Oh, okay. My opponent takes the pawn that we offered them, but now we're going to simply push our pawn through, attacking the knight, and the knight will have to go back. Okay. Instead, my opponent is trying to be tricky. They develop the queen, pinning the pawn, so now the pawn cannot take the knight. However, in this position, all we have to do is play queen to e2, and we have some very nasty intentions here. The threat is taking the knight immediately, so they're going to probably go back. And typically, in this opening, the queen does not want to be on e7. Okay, my opponent retreats, so that is exactly what they should do, but now we're just going to simply develop our knight here so that the queen can never come in for any checks. A lot of people will try to strike in the center, but it's actually a mistake if they do this. And the reasoning for it is because we can jump in the knight, we're attacking the queen, and we have very possible tactics. This is why the queen should not be on e7, because now the knight comes in with a tempo and we're threatening to fork. Yeah, my opponent goes back. They get out of the attack and they're defending the pawn, but they're not actually defending the pawn. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice the knight. And if my opponent takes, we take the pawn with check on the king. Let's see what my opponent does. Okay, my opponent decides to take. Now we're going to go ahead and capture on d6. And this is big time trouble. Yeah, they stepped the king over, but now we're just going to take, and I assume my opponent will just resign now. Yeah, because I mean, even if king takes, like, okay, my opponent just resigns.